Hey everyone, welcome back to Wearholic. The battery life of Samsung watches is not well known for being particularly long lasting. In today's video, I will check how long the battery of the latest Samsung Galaxy Watch 6 lasts and whether there are any differences compared to the Galaxy Watch 5. In this video, I am going to do basically two major tests. One is the battery charging test, which will show you how much time it takes to charge the Galaxy Watch 6. And the other one is the battery life test, which will show you how long the Watch 6 lasts on a single charge. Now let's start the video with the battery charging test. Samsung claims that the Galaxy Watch 6 comes with fast charging, allowing you to charge it from 0 to 50% in just 30 minutes. However, for this, you will need a 25-watt Type-C charger at home, and Samsung does not provide an adapter with it. Don't worry, I will demonstrate to you how much time it takes to charge from 0 to 50%. I will show you three different battery charging tests. First, I will charge it from 0 to 100% using the 25-watt charger. Then I will charge it using a laptop. Finally, I will see how long it takes to charge using a mobile phone. Let's see how much time difference we get. I will first charge it with a 25-watt charger. Alright, I have started the timer. In the first 30 minutes, it charged up to 49%. Now, it's been an hour and the Watch 6 is already at 89% battery, which is quite impressive for everyday use. Let's keep an eye on it to see how long it takes to reach 100%. The Watch 6 is fully charged now, taking about 1 hour and 23 minutes. Charging it for just an hour daily should be sufficient for full day use. I believe it showed good results with the adapter. So let's try charging it with a laptop now. Now, I am going to charge it with the help of a laptop. I know that the laptop won't output 25 watts of power, which will likely take more time to charge. I just want to find out how much extra time it might take. So now, I am going to charge my Galaxy Watch 6 using my laptop, and you can see it's completely out of battery and won't turn on. I will start charging it now to find out how long it takes to charge completely. I have connected the magnetic charging wire to the laptop port and I am ready to start the timer on my phone. Let's get started. Charging is on now. So after 37 minutes, the battery only reached 42% when charged through the laptop. It is slow charging. You can see on the screen that it takes 45 minutes to charge 50% of the watch battery. Now, it's been an hour and the battery is at 61%. After an hour on the adapter, it reached 90%. At this pace, I believe it will take over 2 hours to fully charge. The watch is now fully charged, and it took nearly 2 hours and 4 minutes. If we compare it to the Type-C charging brick, then it took an additional total of 40 minutes. If you don't have a Type-C charging brick, then expect a similar charging duration from the laptop. Now, it's time for the last charging test, and it is with the smartphone. As you can see, the battery is completely drained. I have connected a magnetic charging cable to the smartphone, and you can see on the screen that charging has begun. My smartphone is 100% charged. Let's see what impact this has. When I put the watch on charging, the time was 3:11 p.m. You can see there is a lightning icon appearing on the watch. After 3 minutes, it showed the charging had started and it began charging from 2%. After 30 minutes, the Watch 6 is at 33% charge and the phone battery is at 95%. The phone's 5% battery charged the Watch 6 by 33%. Now, the time is 3:58 p.m. and the Watch 6 battery level has reached 50%. This means that the watch's battery reached 50% in 47 minutes. The Watch 6 is fully charged now and the time is 5:02 p.m. It took a total of 1 hour and 51 minutes, which is less time compared to charging from a laptop. The battery level of the phone is 81%. Which means 20% of the phone's battery is used to fully charge the Galaxy Watch 6. Charging from the laptop is the slowest way. When compared to the charging with the adapter or smartphone, It took an extra 40 minutes and 13 minutes respectively. However, the most notable aspect is that in emergencies, you can charge your watch with the help of your smartphone. By the way, you can check out my Samsung Galaxy Watch 6 detailed review using the I button. In that video, I have talked about its operating system and everything in detail. Now, I will show you how much time it takes to drain this completely. I am going to test how long the Samsung Galaxy Watch 6 battery lasts. I will do two tests for this. First, I'll turn on all the smart features and see how long it lasts. Then, I will turn off all smart features and check how much longer the battery lasts. Let's begin with the first test. Let's turn it on. It usually takes a bit to start. Here you can check its battery level. The Watch 6 is fully charged. You can see it here, it is 100%. I'm turning on all the features, starting with always on display. I'm also enabling Wi-Fi and location. I have set the heart rate and stress measurement to be continuous. I am beginning this battery life test for the Watch 6. But what I am seeing here, the battery level has dropped by 1% and I have only switched on the watch. You can see the battery level here, which is now 99%. I start running. I will keep you posted with updates every few hours. It's currently 7:24 am and I have been running for about 19 minutes. I will show you the battery level at the end of the run. I just finished my run. I ran for 43 minutes and the battery went from 99% to 89%. So the Watch 6 used 10% of the battery for 43 minutes of running. Watch 5 only consumed 8% of the battery in a 1-hour workout. However, this data was not recorded simultaneously. I got the Watch 5 data from my previous Watch 5 battery test video. In the Watch 5 battery life test, I worked out at the gym without using GPS. While in the Watch 6 battery life test, I used GPS. I think this difference in battery consumption could be due to the use of GPS and the Galaxy Watch 6 being an LTE variant. If you want to see our Galaxy Watch 5 battery test video, then click on the I button. It's now 11:27 am and it has been 3.5 hours since I gave you the last update. I have arrived at my office. As you can see, the battery level is 78%. After running, I have not used the watch much, nor have I received any calls. During these 3 hours, I was not doing much, just regular chores, but the watch battery went down by 11% in just 3.5 hours. Other than this, did you notice something? I changed the watch face on my Galaxy Watch 6. I did this because this particular watch face provides better visibility for you to easily see the time and battery drop. I have made a video talking about the best watch faces for the Galaxy Watch 6. If you have not seen that video yet, then click on the I button to watch it. Now, it's 12:27 pm. The battery level is at 77%. This is an LTE version and I can use it for calls too. So it's the right time to call my friend. I made a call and we talked for more than 5 minutes. After that, the battery level is at 74%. So in a 5-minute call, the battery decreased by 3%. The battery of the Galaxy Watch 6 has drained by a quarter, which took roughly 5.5 hours. I have used it for running, checking the time and making calls up to this point. As I said, I am in the office. The time is 2:27 pm and it is lunch time. I am providing update 2 hours later. The battery level is at 70%. Now, I will head to the nearby coffee shop for lunch, which is just a 10-minute walk from here. But I will be using my bicycle to go there and come back. Let's count it as a short workout. I have auto detect workout enabled on my Galaxy Watch 6, so it has already detected cycling. I will give you the next update after I return to the office. It's now 3:18 pm and I am back at my desk. You can see on the screen that I cycled for 10 minutes and 25 seconds. Now, the battery level is at 61%. This means the battery decreased by 9% since the last update. It's 3:52 in the afternoon and it's been 34 minutes since my last update. The battery level is at 58%, which is a 3% decrease from earlier. When I get bored, I play games on my watch. It refreshes me. So I played a game for 15 minutes and now it is 4:08 pm. The battery dropped by 3%. That means the battery used in playing the game for 15 minutes is the same as the battery used in 34 minutes without any usage. If you also want to know about the best games for Galaxy Watch 6, then you can watch our video where we have talked about the best games for the Galaxy Watch 6. You can tap on the I button to check out that video. It's now 4:55 pm and the battery of my Watch 6 is at 50%. I turned on the watch this morning at 7:05 am. It's been approximately 10 hours and the Watch 6 has drained 50% of its battery. Let's see how long the remaining 50% lasts. If you want battery saving tips, then check out our video by tapping on the I button. It's 10:24 pm and I am updating you after 5 hours and 29 minutes. Currently, the Galaxy Watch 6 battery level is at 28%. I took a bit of rest during this time, so the watch wasn't used much. Around 2 hours later, it dropped 10% more and reached 18%. And now it's 12:35 am. I saw my battery level at 1:39 am when the battery level was at 13%. After that, I didn't record any updates. However, we will determine the time of the watch completely drained from my sleep data. Here is my sleep data. I fell asleep around 3:09 am and it recorded my sleep until 6:36 am. This means the watch is completely drained by 6:36 am. So the first test for the Samsung Galaxy Watch 6 battery is done. It didn't even last a full day. Only about 23 hours with all the smart stuff turned on. I only did a short 40-minute workout in this test. If I had done more exercise, then it might have lasted around 18 to 20 hours. That's not impressive, and Samsung needs to make the battery last longer. I want to show you another test where I ran for 52 minutes and covered a distance of 7.4 kilometers. I wore the Galaxy Watch 5 on my right hand and the Galaxy Watch 6 on my left hand. During this 52-minute running workout, the Galaxy Watch 5 battery dropped from 53% to 27%, and the Galaxy Watch 6 battery dropped from 68% to 51%. We noticed that the Watch 5 used 26% of its battery during the 52-minute workout, while the Watch 6 used 17%. From this result, we can infer that the Galaxy Watch 6 battery is performing better than the Galaxy Watch 5, even though the Watch 6 is the LTE variant and the Watch 5 is the Bluetooth variant. Now it's turn for the second battery test. When I conducted the second test, I noticed something quite surprising. I charged the Galaxy Watch 6 from my laptop. For this test, I disabled all its smart features such as always-on display, regular heart rate monitoring, and stress measuring. The watch was fully charged at 4 pm, and I took it off the charger to wear it. After returning home from the office, I had dinner and then went to sleep. When I woke up in the morning, I was astonished to see that the battery had dropped by 80%. It's now 10:26 am and the battery is at only 2%. Within 18 hours and 30 minutes, the battery went from 100% to 2%, even after disabling power-hungry features. What do you think about this? Share your thoughts in the comment section. I believe this happened because I charged the battery from my laptop, which is not an efficient charging source. I think the results might be different if I had charged it using an adapter instead. Let's redo this test, but this time I will charge the Galaxy Watch 6 using the adapter and see if the outcome changes. It is now time for the third battery life test of the Galaxy Watch 6. So I charged the watch again to 100%, but this time I charged it with the help of a 25-watt charging adapter, and now the time is 12 to noon. In this test, we are proceeding with the same conditions as before. We have already turned off its smart features. You can see that the always-on display, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth and location services are all off. We have also set heart rate frequency and stress monitoring to manual. It's now 3:17 pm and you can see that the watch battery has dropped by 10%. It took 3 hours and 15 minutes for the battery to go down by 10%. From this, we can guess that if we keep using the watch the same way, it might last for around 30 hours. But don't worry, I will do a full test to be sure. After walking for 10 minutes, I am in the gym. It's now 5:53 pm and the battery level is at 86%. When I came back from the gym, I walked for another 10 minutes. I didn't record any workout at the gym to see how long the battery lasts with normal use. I am giving you this update at 9:45 pm and the battery level is 80%. It took 9 hours and 43 minutes for a 20% decrease in the battery. Going from 90% to 80% took around 6 hours, which is quite a good result. After that, I fell asleep and the watch recorded my sleep data. Now this is the next day and the time is 8:08 am with the battery level at 64%. After that, I recorded a YouTube video for you using the watch. It's now 9:58 am and the battery level is 49%. Half of this day has passed and it's now 1:36 pm. The watch is showing a battery level of 40%. I have been using the watch for a total of 25 hours now. Let's see how long the 40% battery lasts. Now it's 8:18 pm and the battery level is at 27%. The battery was performing well until now, but for some reason within the last hour and 34 minutes, it dropped by 16%. You can see it's now 9:52 pm and the battery level is 11%. I don't know the reason for this. I have been using the watch the same way I did during this test until now. Now it's 10:48 pm and the battery level is at 4%. After that, the battery lasted for another 8 to 10 minutes and around 11 pm, the watch battery completely drained. The third battery test concludes here. Let's now take a look at the gathered data. In this test, we turned off all the smart features and the battery lasted 34 hours. When we used all the smart features on the watch, the battery lasted for 23 hours. You can see there is an 11-hour difference between them. If I compare it to the Galaxy Watch 5, the Watch 6 lasted 3 hours longer. In the same test, the Galaxy Watch 5 ran for 31 hours. But the most surprising thing is, when we charged it using the laptop and then again with the adapter and used the watch in the same way, we saw approximately 16-hour difference between them. This is really surprising and disappointing result. The conclusion drawn from this is to always charge the watch with an efficient charging source. This will not only protect your watch from potential harm, but also increase your battery's lifespan. If you want to buy a trusted 25-watt charging adapter, then check the buying link in the description. In the Galaxy Watch 6, you also get the watch-only mode. But after activating this mode, you can only use it as a normal watch. Apart from checking the time, you can't use any other features. When the watch-only mode is activated, the Samsung Galaxy Watch battery lasts for 7 to 8 days. I hope you enjoyed this battery life test video of the Samsung Galaxy Watch 6. Now you have an idea of how long the battery lasts and how much time it takes to charge fully. Remember, the battery life also depends on how you use your watch. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more interesting videos like this. See you in the next video. Take care until then.